Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about how to make drop cloth curtains for tall windows. So I went to Home Depot and got these drop cloth packages, and it actually was enough for me to make 7 curtains. Although if you were making these more for blocking out sunlight and less for decoration, you might want to get 2 because my panels end up being very thin. Anyway, I'm putting this up on the window because the sunlight in Nevada here is just insane. So that's to filter the light a little bit more. So anyway, I'm opening up the package here. And this is just so funny. My dog, Brandy, just totally freaked out when I put this down. She thought we were playing. She kept trying to help me. It's just so cute. Try and lay it out in a large area if you can. This will make things a lot easier. So I folded it in half and then measured the actual length. And then I realized that the size isn't actually what the package says. If you look at that, it says actual size. So I calculated how many inches it actually is using my phone. Dividing by 7 because I need 7 panels, which means 25 inches per panel. So I went ahead and measured out the 25 inches per panel. After that, I went through and put little marks of where each one is, and then I pinned it as well so that I could go and cut down the length of each curtain panel. And one trick that I found, if you have tile in your house, it's really easy. You can just line up your markings or your pins and draw down the length of the tile in order to get a perfect straight line. So then when you cut, you know you're cutting the panel in a straight way. I thought I would follow a single thread at first, but it isn't sewn that well because it is a drop cloth. It's not a high-end fabric, so it helps to draw the line. Then I just went back to my living room and measured how tall the window is exactly because I wanted to make sure that these fit perfectly with the height. So here I am now with each panel measuring. So what I decided to do was just fold over the top so that that very top extra window in my living room could have a double layer of fabric covering it just to help block out the sun more. You could also use this extra fabric to make a valance, or if your windows are taller than mine, then you could always just make a full curtain panel out of this fabric. So now I'm threading my sewing machine here and getting ready to sew the top part that hangs on the curtain rod. So I'm holding it up just to kind of eyeball it, make sure that it's going to fit with the window, which it did. So then I went back to pin it to hem the edges, and I was measuring it there just to make sure that it was the same distance on the top and the bottom. It won't really be that noticeable when you hang it if it's a little off, but I just wanted to check and make sure. And then I broke a needle, so I had to switch that out, and this actually happened 3 times. So that was fun. So I'm just putting a new needle in. I wish sewing was actually this fast because these curtains took me almost 7 hours to make, and I only made 5 of the 7 that I wanted to make. So I'm leaving the other 2 for another day. This is what I had to deal with when I was pinning. So now I am trying to reach high enough using miscellaneous household items to hang these because they're so tall and we don't own a ladder. So eventually I gave up and made my fiance Luke take over for me because he's a couple inches taller. And then we got them up and they look great. So this was just one set, so I had to make 3 more. So I went back and repeated all those steps. And a little trick here, I used one curtain rod and I just bent it in the center and used a little hook to hold it in the corner. Otherwise, the 2 curtain rods would have hit each other and it would have looked kind of awkward and weird. And it's also a money saver. These curtain rods were $4, I believe, from Target. So here is the completed look. We wanted something that helped block the sunlight, but also just kind of accentuated those upper windows and made our space beautiful. So this was overall $36 for the 7 curtains and then $4 per curtain rod. So our total was around $50 for enough curtains to do all of our windows. This would have been over $50 per panel, even on Amazon or Walmart. So we ended up saving a lot of money and having perfectly customized curtains for our space.